What is up, everybody? How's it going? Austin prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Friday, TGIF, everybody. Hope you're having a good day so far. Happy Friday. As you guys are tuning in, let me know how your day is going. Feel free to give this video a like, helps other people see it. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know that you're here right now. If you're watching this later time, hashtag replay so that way I know you saw it. Let's jump into this, though, really quick. Though, so, so often, a lot of times, and this is something I've been hearing people say lately, is, I'm going to wait until January. I'm going to wait until January to start on my fitness goals. I'm going to wait until, the new year to start my resolution. And I talked about this a little bit last week, like why, that's probably not like the best idea and why you should. I actually talked about why you should start now instead. But what I'm going to be talking about today is like this mentality, right? And kind of like dissecting a little bit and talking about why you should not do that, why you should not go that route. Because, I mean, again, I will say, if you're going to do something, I would rather you do it than not do it, right? I would rather, it's great that you're starting in January versus not starting at all, but you should start sooner. You should absolutely start sooner because a lot of times people think, oh, like, I don't want to start my fitness journey right now. Like, I want to enjoy all this good food. I want to enjoy the holidays. I don't want to have to worry about that stuff. That kind of mentality. And, like, that, I will say, like, there is some, like, you know, fairness that it warranted with that. But a lot of times people aren't thinking like long term, like how is that going to impact your January whenever you end up starting? Because I'm going to be honest, like you guys can still enjoy the holidays and reach your goals, or at least maintain, right? A lot of times people are so focused on progress. Maintaining during the holidays is honestly like is progress because a lot of times think about it this way: if you didn't maintain, if you weren't pursuing like a fitness journey or you weren't working out or doing the things that that you need to do to maintain, you'd probably be up 5-10 pounds like on average. A lot of like I think it's anywhere from like 3 to 5 pounds on average people gain. And if you're like, if you're not paying attention to these things, like you can gain even more. And it's one of those things like, why, why not start sooner and set yourself back, right? Starting off the new year even further away than when than your original goal. And so, and I want to say like you can maintain or very easily make progress during the holidays if you are being mindful, right? And what do I mean by being mindful? Just to put it like bluntly, it's pretty much the equivalent of like, not treating your body like a dick or like not eating like an asshole like during the holidays, right? Like you can have a lot of these fun foods. You can have desserts. You can have you can enjoy a lot of these foods with moderation in mind, right? With being mindful. Like you can enjoy a lot of these things. Like you can have desserts. You can even drink. Like you can even drink and still make progress pretty easily as long as you're keeping track of things, as long as you're being mindful, as long as you're doing the necessary things outside of even the nutrition side of things, and eating again eating moderation, things like that, but also like being more active, making sure that you're out and walking around, making sure that you're doing cardio, like not a lot of cardio, but like just making sure that you're keeping your level of activity up and going for walks and things like that and getting like 7 to 10K steps a day in, drinking your water like 3 to 4 liters of water. If you guys saw on my story on Facebook and Instagram, I shared a little Christmas like bingo card. Basically, it was like 20, because in my private group right now we're doing a 24 days to Christmas like fitness sprint kind of like challenge deal, where we're gonna like basically we're saying no, like at the very least we're going to do our damnedest to maintain during the holidays, but to take it another step further, when most people gain like 5, 10, 15 pounds during the holiday season, we're not standing for that. We're going to make progress, or at least maintain, which in a sense is still progress, right? Because normally, a lot of people gain weight during the holidays. And so that's what we're doing. We're doing that in the private group, holding each other accountable to doing the things that we know that we need to do. And so I created that little bingo sheet that I shared with everybody to, use if they want, to just like check those things off on a daily basis to ensure that at the very least you're maintaining. Even better, if you're really being good about it, making progress, right? Because you still can make progress. And it's one of those things too, it's like, why not get ahead of the game, right? Why not get ahead now and learn about all these things and learn about where things are in the gym and learn about your nutrition and get all these things like somebody can vary like if you really dive into it and you give it like give it a really good like effort you can learn the basis or like the foundation of a lot of these like concepts when it comes to nutrition and fitness and exercise and things like that and strength training like you can learn like the gist of it pretty damn quickly and set yourself up this month to have a really good January to really make a dent in your goals for your New Year's resolution. Like imagine that. Like how good would that feel to be like ahead of the game and already be in momentum and be like just freaking taking off in January now instead of like waiting and then like drinking and eating a bunch and gaining a bunch of weight and feeling like crap because like you're hungover and things like that. Like coming into the new year, like imagine those two starts, right? Like, and I'm not saying you can't like enjoy yourself during the process, but like imagine those two starts. Just going all in on like the partying and then the eating and the drinking and things like that, and feeling sluggish and feeling like crap and like off to like a really crappy start. New year, right? I don't want that. That doesn't sound fun. Versus getting ahead of the game now and learning some of these basic concepts, starting to go to the gym, like starting to focus on eating more protein, getting your steps in, drinking more water, like things like that. And then you're like on it. Like whenever January hits, you're like, I got this shit. Like I've been practicing a little bit. Like I'm ahead of the game. And because of that, you're going to have a much higher chance of succeeding in your fitness journey because again, you're focusing on it being you. You're doing it for you, right? And not just doing it because it's a holiday that your mom or your sister, or your cousin or your friend, expects you to like do this like weird challenge with them or whatever for a New Year's resolution. And so, just to be honest, right? Do you honestly feel like if you're not willing to start now on your fitness journey or on your weight loss journey or on whatever your resolution is, right? If you honestly feel like you aren't willing to start it now to try and make progress or to try and learn about these things ahead of time, do you really think that you're going to succeed in January? Like when there's like an 85+% like failure rate by like February of people quitting on their New Year's resolution? No, no, like obviously not. And so, like, if you want it bad enough, you got to ask yourself, like, you know, why am I actually doing this? Like, is it for the right reasons or is it for the wrong reasons, right? Is it for like, for actually for me and for my own benefit and because I want this for myself? Or am I playing like an actor in a play in my head and I'm just doing it because it's an expectation from other people, right? And so if it's because it's for you or for yourself or for your goals or for your family or for whatever it may be, like that's awesome. Like you are probably going to have a really good chance of succeeding because your why behind it is strong. And if your why behind it is strong, like start now learning and maintaining for the holidays so you're not like setting yourself back and setting yourself up for failure in January. Like I'm talking to you right now. And if you are in this like group or cohort or whatever you want to call it, like if you're in this group of people who is just going with the flow and just doing it just because and is just doing it because it's New Year's and that's expected of me and like my friend asked me to do it with them and I'm trying to be a good friend like you're probably going to fail. And I just want to be honest with you in this situation. You're probably going to fail because you don't have a very good why. You don't have something like that's like going to like pull you through in those moments when discipline is required. You don't have anything that's going to pull you through that's going to like you don't have any you don't have a real goal. You don't have a goal. Like honestly, you have like a fake New Year's resolution to actually like show up to be healthier when you don't actually even really want to be healthier. It's just something that like sounds like a fun idea in your head. And so I encourage you if you're in this camp, right, to find your why and to strengthen that and to get in this camp and to start sooner rather than later. Because if you start sooner, you start learning about these things, you develop a why behind it, and you're gonna have a greater chance of succeeding. And I want you guys to all to succeed. I'm not trying to like shit on the people who are just doing it for funsies or whatever, but like the reality of the situation is like you're probably gonna quit, right? So if that's the case, I don't want you to quit. I want you to find a good why. I want you to find like an actual reason, and I hope it's for doing it for yourself and for your health and for your happiness and overall just that kind of stuff. But if you're in this camp, right, you're ahead of the game. So start learning about these things now, sooner rather than later, so that way you don't get slammed by the New Year's resolutioners, who because that's going to happen no matter what. Get ahead of the game, learn about this stuff, maintain at the very least during the holidays, which is a win, or even make progress, and just come at the holidays with moderation in mind because you can enjoy yourself. You can. Like my clients are like we're all planning like we're doing this 24 days to Christmas like fitness sprint kind of deal. Like it's going great. Like everybody's holding each other accountable. Like we're showing up for ourselves. Like people are gonna make progress, and they're still enjoying the holidays because we're all like in this community together, like helping each other out, like giving suggestions and things like that, like the whole time, and it's a good time and being held accountable to that. So that way, like, can you imagine like actually like losing weight during the holidays? Like how awesome does that sound? Like I mean it's totally doable, but you have to want it and you have to actually like you have to do the things that are necessary to reach those goals. But a lot of times people like feel like that they can't enjoy themselves or like I'm gonna like and that's why they're like I'm gonna just go crazy and then deal with it in January. Like you're gonna fail probably because of that. I don't want you to fail. And so I see a comment here from Aaron says you're so right. It's definitely more important to start now, get the habits now, so that way you can always because you can always find excuses. Exactly. Everybody like at the end of the day there are so many excuses out there like that, and some of them are horseshit, and some of them are just like you're just being lazy, and there are other excuses that are like absolutely 100% valid, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a valid excuse or not, because at the end of the day, you're either going to do the work and get the results, get ahead of the game, get the results, or maintain at the very least, which again is progress, or you're not, and you're going to set yourself back, and you're going to gain 5 to 10 pounds, and then whenever you start in January, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm 5 to 10 pounds even further away from my goal. That's a shitty mentality to come into the new year with. That's not good. That's not like that's not what's gonna breed success in your journey. And so at the very least, I think most people should be, starting to research some of these things or start to learn about some of these things, or at least like, you know, I don't know, like start looking into like gyms that you could go to, or start like laying the groundwork now, right? I mean, you could do a lot of groundwork. You could get a foundational understanding of nutrition. You could get, familiar with equipment, get a good routine going on like ahead of time. And that's what I would do, honestly, just because I want to see you succeed. I don't want you to be part of the 85%. I want you to be part of the 15% of people that actually, make it past February. And like, but at the end of the day, like, I ain't your daddy. I can't make you do anything. I'm not your parent. You have to be your own parent. You have to make that decision for yourself. And I hope that if you seriously do want to, reach your goals, like that, you'll start. You'll start sooner. Like start thinking in your head, like not what can I accomplish next year, but what can I accomplish by Christmas, right? What can I accomplish by Christmas? That's like the mantra. That's like the mindset that I'm pushing towards my clients right now. It's like, what can you accomplish by Christmas? Because I want to see them succeed. I don't want them to fail. Like, period. I don't want them to fail. I don't want them to come into the new year feeling like they're behind. I don't want that. So that's what we're pushing right now, and that's what I'm trying to push to you guys. Like, what can I accomplish by Christmas? And maybe what you can accomplish by Christmas is, maintaining, getting better at strength training, or getting better about tracking, or getting better about getting your protein and things like that. And maybe you won't see like a drastic drop in weight or anything like that, but you also won't see a drastic increase in weight either, right? And so I hope that I don't know. I hope that you do something. I hope that you do something if you're watching this right now. I hope that you take the plunge and bet on yourself, and like just know that like you can maintain or even make progress and enjoy the holidays and still care about your goals and still start sooner rather than later, because that's at the end of the day, like coming to 2022 strong, right? Coming to 2022 strong, not on like a shaky, like hungover, like feeling really bloated and shitty, way, I guess. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you got value from this. I hope that this kind of like explains like my mantra, or like my thought process behind like why you should start sooner, because like you just like get ahead of the game, learn about this stuff now, and then be able to really like springboard into success in January, and be a part of the like 10 or 15% of people that succeed with their resolution, because you already started it, right? You already started it. Don't wait. Make it happen. And if you are interested, or if you want the little bingo card, feel free to like screenshot it off my story or send me a message, and I'll send you a copy of it so you can kind of follow along from the outside, or just join, the community. Just join the community and be a part of it, and make progress during the holidays, and kick ass and take names and have a good time. So cool. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. Hope this was insightful. I hope that you choose to start sooner rather than later, because that's always better. Success like speed. And yeah, don't kick the can down the road. Let's go. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a good weekend. And other than that, I will talk to you all later.